I remember the first time. My dad is a huge like Jackass fan.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first time.
He just likes when because your dad's gay, so he just likes the scenes where they're naked.
I love telling my dad he's gay. He gets so mad at it. Every time I do something, every time, like my dad will just be like, "Oh man, this pen's not working." I'll start shaking it. I'm like, "That's gay." And he's like, "How's that gay? How's that gay? The pen's not working. How's that gay, Abby? Explain that to me."
Can we please bring your dad on the podcast and and just put like a suction cup dildo on the chair that he was about to sit on and just be like, "Oh, sorry, I thought you would like that."
Yeah.
Like just do like little subtle things. Just have gay.
He would leave.
Just play gay porn the
He
entire
would
time.
leave.
Be like, so Jim, are you a top or a bottom?
He was a catcher in college.
Ooh.
Well, hi.
Well, hi.
My poor dad.
And then we have to have your mom on. Me and your mom are gonna that's where I'm gonna relapse. I'm gonna drink a glass of wine with your mom, and we are gonna dish about all the things that you put that poor woman through. Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
My coat doesn't even have buttons, Abby.
Wait, can you tell the story about when
you said?
Can you tell the story about that?
My brother and I were fighting once. It was just like a typical sibling fight because Alex and I fought all the fucking time. And it was a very typical sibling fight. What are you doing? Oh, hey. Okay.
There you go.
But, oh, yeah, actually, that looks a lot better. But
it's good that we figured out our cameras 40 minutes into the podcast.
But, yeah, so we were fighting. And I don't know what we were fighting about. But my mom has this thing where she does, like, these crocodile tears where she just loves, she, like, finds the weirdest stuff to guilt trip us about. And, yeah, Alex and I were fighting, and my mom she always would go, "Stop it!" Like one time we were in the middle of a gift shop in Niagara Falls, and Alex and I were fighting, and my mom went, "Stop it!" And everyone like looked, and it got really silent. But yeah, so she started yelling at us, and then she was like, started doing her crocodile tears, and she goes, "You guys have no idea how much I do for you, all right? You guys have everything, and my coat doesn't even have buttons." We're like, how the fuck is that our fault that you don't know how to sew? And your button fell off. It's not like you bought it like that. Also, it's a fur coat.
Wait, it was?
Yeah, it was like a genuine fur coat. So don't act like we're just like taking your money. Yeah, like, fuck off.
By the way, her mom is like a fucking like big deal.
My mom is a badass. Yeah, my mom is a badass in the business
pharmaceutical world. Whatever.
Yeah, hierarchy.
I don't know how
lizard
much
person. Yeah, pharmaceutical lizard person.
So she kind of deserves some of it.
Yeah, yeah. It's
just kidding, Tammy. You don't deserve anything. You're perfect. I'm gonna take Tammy's side on everything. That's
so annoying. That's gonna get old.
You
so
tell
fast.
the story where you with the hose.
Like I said, my mom with her crocodile tears. Yeah, one time she just came out and she's bitching at me for something, and so
you
she
can tell them what it's.
It's stupid. I was supposed to take boxes from upstairs to downstairs.
Oh, right. This is like initial sobriety phase.
Yeah,
so you're like,
I'm on edge,
right.
You know, and I had just moved back in with my parents. And, before I moved back into my parents' house, the last time I saw them before I moved back was when I called the cops on them.
For trying to drag you out of...
Yeah, for trying to, for being on my property. So
you're on my property.
Why don't you get your ass back in your minivan and you drive back to where you came from?
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
That was good. That was really good.
No, I can't get low enough.
Hey, you got to get down here and talk like this.
Yeah, this town ain't big enough for the two of us.
There's a little piece of skin right there.
Because it tain't a nut and it tain't a butt. It's a little piece of skin right there.
You know, my daddy told me, it tain't a nut, it tain't a butt. That's why they call it the taint right there. A little piece of skin right
there. So anyway, you're freshly sober.
Freshly sober, and my mom comes outside and she starts bitching at me for stuff I didn't do yet, like chores that I didn't do yet. And I was watering the plants, and so she started doing her little fake. Like I can always tell when she's about to cry because, you know what, Abby, you know what?
Like she has to get herself into character a little bit. She's kind of like,
she just. Yeah, like have you ever seen like it's the opposite of like every movie where the girl is like crying into the mirror and then she like my mom's like, okay, like how can I, you know what, Abby? You know what, Abby? Gosh darn it, Abby. And
Did she say gosh darn it?
Gosh darn it, Abby. Yep, all the time.
For the record, also, so you fought with your mom a lot.
Oh,
A lot.
Still do.
A lot.
A lot.
Like,
a lot.
A lot. The way that, like, I fought with my dad a lot. You fought with your mom, like, way more. Like,
Yeah.
Like crazy shit. Like,
Yeah, my
calling
mom-
the cops on each other. And
Punching each other. Yeah.
And it's
We've
funny.
had a couple of assaults against each other.
It's funny that of all the boyfriends that you've brought home, I'm the only one that your mom liked.
It's so fucking
That's
frustrating.
so fucking funny.
It's
to
so
me.
frustrating.
I'm the only one that she liked.
It's very frustrating. Well, no, this goes back to what I was saying about Jackass, like about liking trashy people. I remember the first time I saw Jackass, I saw Johnny Knoxville and I saw Steve-O, and I was like, bow, bow, bow. And I looked at my dad and I said, I think they're cute. And I remember my dad going, fuck.
This is a precursor of things to come.
Yeah. And then following that, we would see homeless people out like in Chicago. My dad would be like, hey, yeah, that's about your type, ain't it?
Jim, let's go.
No, my dad has some zingers towards me.
We got to get that sound effect.
Oh, for sure. The gym. That's the gym sound effect.
So your mom, who, her and I have a good relationship, but you don't. We talk we chat.
I swear to God, Ryan, I'm gonna become best friends with your dad.
Good luck.
Good
luck.
I could
tolerating.
do it. I could do it.
You want to talk about fantasy football for 45 minutes? You can call my dad anytime. You want to hear about his fucking 2 lineups? You know, and this guy, I mean, he's projected 9.5 on Yahoo, but you can never really, the projections on Yahoo. I mean, they don't know what they're talking about. But in his last 5 games, I mean, you look at the home games versus away games. Home games, he's a lot better. He scores like 15 the last game, 20. He's pretty solid. But then you got this other guy, and he's projected 12, and it's just on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And you're like, yeah, no, that sounds great.
Wait, you said high five. All right.
Why don't you just let me set your lineup, and then we can talk about something else? I'll just, whatever, sure. But yeah, okay, sorry, I'll keep interrupting the story about your mother. So she's crocodile tearing.
She's
outside.
crocodile tearing. I'm watering the flowers, and which is something she also told me to do. So I was doing something that she told me to do, and I didn't do something that she had told me to do earlier because I needed her to go through the boxes before I could bring them downstairs. And so she didn't do what she was supposed to do. I was doing my chore list. I was being a good little junkie. All right.
That's not what Tammy told me, but okay.
Fuck off. And then she starts crying. And she starts rambling on some bullshit about how much I put her through. And so I wanted her to stop talking. So I just
right in the face.
Right in the face. And dude, when my mom gets flustered, she makes this like Cookie Monster scream. She goes like, ah! And so I go, psst, and she goes, ah! And then I just went back to watering the flowers. Didn't say shit. Didn't say one word to her. Just went back, just,
So she makes a Muppet noise every time you fuck with her?
Yeah.
How are you not supposed to fuck with her?
I know. Like there was one time there was one time we were driving in Colorado and my dad was making a left and a person was coming this way and they had the red light. Like they were clearly stopping, right? And so we're going to take a left and my mom like grabs the oh shit handle, grabs my dad's arm and goes, "Ah, Jim!" And I was like, God damn it, I hope I die in this car. Like, I want that to be the last thing I hear.
We really got to get her on the podcast.
Mm-mm.
God damn. That would be so fun. I mean, how long? Okay, who would last longer? Your dad with us calling him gay or your mom? I think I could keep your mom on the line.
Well, yeah, if you're talking shit about me, my mom will stay here for hours. She'll be like, you know what she did?
What did she do?
What did she do,
Tammy?
did?
Tammy, I am all ears. I want to
swear
hear
to
this.
God, she's just so embarrassing.
And I agree with you. And, I always said that if she would just stop dressing like such a flaming dyke, that maybe she would, go a little further in the world. Just clean it up a little bit. That's all I've been saying. Go shop at Target, get a romper.
Yeah. Ew. I would look so bad in a romper.
You should get a romper and put a banana in your face.
See how long it takes her.
But just not in the spot where the banana's supposed to be. Just sort of like bouncing around the romper. You got like a banana in your leg for a second.
She would be so mad. She would be so. One time we were driving home from a funeral, right?
Yeah.
And
good family time.
Yeah, just driving home from a funeral, and it sucked because my dad drove separately. And so I had gotten there with my dad, and then my dad had to leave early.
Mm-hmm.
So he left. And I was like, wait, no, don't leave. Oh. And I was like, I got to
Jim, you're going to miss the sandwiches.
I was like, I was so mad because I had to drive back. I hate driving solo with my mom anywhere just because.
Probably had a grinder date he was going on.
He's gonna get so mad if he ever sees it. Oh yeah, so you're just gonna call me gay on the internet now, Ab? Really? Is that what we're doing? All right, is that what we're doing now? All right, Abby.
Well, come on
you
here.
Think you're so funny, Miss Big Fucking Comedian. That's exactly how my dad talks to me.
Defend your honor, then, Jim. Come on and talk about
touch tips.
Come on the podcast. Touch tips with me, bro. It's not gay. Wait, can I try to? I should hit on your dad and then try to be your mom's best friend.
Just stop trying to infiltrate my home life. Stop it.
And then me and Alex can go rollerblading together.
That's fine. You can hang out with Alex. I don't care about Alex.
Sorry, I don't want to give you guys COVID-19 virus.
No, one time we were driving home from a funeral, my mom and I, and it was just kind of silent. And then she just she did like a long sigh, and she goes, Abby, I don't like you, right? And I was like, what? Like, it was totally random. Like, totally random.
Totally unprompted.
Totally unprompted.
Hey, you know what? I don't
like you. And I was like, and I went, what? And she goes, I mean, I love you. You're my daughter. She goes, but I just don't like you as a person. She goes, I just don't think you're a good person. And I was like, oh, well, same. So... And like ever since then, we've just had this like understanding of like we just don't like each other. And like my dad tries to like get us to like each other. Like he tries to like do activities that we both enjoy. Yeah. And then 10 minutes into the activity, my mom and I are bickering, and he's like, you know what, guys? I tried to do one nice thing for this fucking family. You guys can't have it. And we're like, all right. And we just ruin everything. And my mom always is like, look at how upset you made your dad.
I really want to go on family vacation with you.
A lot of drinking. Once my mom starts drinking, she's like so much nicer to me.
Really?
Yeah, like I want my mom to have a drinking problem because I want her to be nice to me all the time. One time we went on a cruise, and my dad came up to me and he goes, "You want to see what I bought for the cruise?" I was like, "Sure." And he bought a do-rag. 63 years old, white male, do-rag. And he wore it the entire cruise. And one time we stayed out a little too late. It was like the day before Christmas. Like not day before Christmas Eve, so the eve of Christmas Eve. And we stayed out a little bit too late because you can drink 24/7 on those cruises.
Uh-huh.
And, I got too drunk, so I was like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. And my dad and my Uncle Tom were like still out and drinking and having a good time. And then the next morning, we all met for breakfast. And these hot, and I mean like hot, 20-something-year-old girls walked past our table, and they went, "Hi, Jim." And my dad went, "Hello, ladies." And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
Let's go.
I was like, "Dad, what time did you go back to the room last night?" And he said, "Who says I went back?" I was like, "Yo, did you cheat on Mom?" Like low key, Jim. Did you get some?
Okay, all right, fair enough, Jim. You might not be gay. Fair enough.
My dad's a player, dude.
Fair enough.
Young women love my dad.
Why is that?
I don't know. And which is weird because I love old men. So like there's something there.
There's a lot going on.